Greetings from the city of Derry, home to Fleadh Cheoil in 2013. Our opening music is from a family group, the Maguires from County Fermanagh. Lorina on flute, Maggie fiddle and Chris on accordion. And they're backed here by Ronan Warnock on keyboards. And as it turns out, the Maguires had plenty to celebrate, as Chris had won the All-Ireland accordion title. On this occasion, they're playing jigs, including James McMahon's. That lovely. That was a set of jigs there, finishing with Johnny Connolly's from the Maguire family from Derry Connolly in County Fermanagh, and that was Ronan Warnock there on keyboards. All right, let's catch up with Evie.
Harp and dulcimer from Americans Mary Kate Spring-Lee and Peter Winterly. That's an unusual combination at the Fleadh, but there was a ready audience for this gentle duet of O'Carlin's Tabhair Dom Do Lámh.
In the middle of all the hustle and bustle at the Fleadh, we found this pair of musicians from Pennsylvania playing gorgeous dulcet tunes. So, Peter, can you tell me what instrument it is that you have?
This is called the hammer dulcimer. It's an American folk instrument, so you find it a lot in Appalachian and bluegrass music back in the States, but also a lot of American Celtic music, you'll find it. But you have my hammers, and this is the dulcimer, and more or less.
And Mary Kate, can you tell me, where does your tradition in Irish music come from?
Well, my great-grandmother is actually from County Clare, so that's kind of where we have the Irish tradition. And then we just grew up listening to tons and tons of Celtic music, and my mom always wanted to learn to play the harp, and then I actually have 4 sisters in my family, and we all learned to play the harp.
And tell me, have you been to a Fleadh before, Peter?
This is our first one. We've both been to Ireland a couple times, but this is our first Fleadh, so.
And what are your initial reactions to it?
It's amazing. We're loving it. What are you talking about? We were talking about we're going to rip up our plane tickets and lose them, so we're
And
just
just
going to
stay
stay
here
so.
forever. Oh, but it's great. There's just amazing music, like, everywhere. Like, you can't even make it all the way down a street because you're stopping and listening so much, but it's fantastic.
From an O'Carolan tune dating from the early 17th century to a newly composed one now. It's the St. Johnstone Reel by bouzouki player Michael McCague, who's joined here by his brother Donal on fiddle and Dave Sheridan on flute.
Derry was in many ways an ideal Fleadh venue. A compact city centre meant all the events were within walking distance, including the Fleadh's music school, Scoil Éigse, held this year in the Northwest Regional College.
2, ready, go.
Accordion player and teacher Martin Connolly from Ennis.
Every teacher has their own method, I would think, you know. My method is based on repetition and trying to get through to the children that the practice is very important. Paddy O'Brien's tunes are played worldwide. That one of Paddy's one was called Into the Woods. It's very important to pass on the old tunes. Everybody's working here as a team and they're all having a bit of a laugh and a skit, and we're playing good music as well, you know, and that's awfully important. Music is meant to be played and meant to be enjoyed when you're playing it.
MacDara O'Raghallaigh from County Meath was one of 8 fiddle teachers.
To me, the fiddle is one of the instruments that ties in all other instruments. Like if you have a session without a fiddle, there always seems to be something lacking. The pupils listen to the music and try and pick up a few things you tell them. The direct approach works better than learning online or whatever young ones do these days, you know. The tune we were doing there is a tune called The Crock of Gold. It's a Vincent Broderick tune, flute player from Galway. And I would have learnt that from Anton McGowan myself, you know. Handed down to the tradition, it's the same thing. It goes on to the next generation, you know.
Thankfully, the rain is still holding off, and whatever about the hills, the walls of Derry are certainly alive with the sounds of music. And we're going to let it rip now with Socks in the Frying Pan. And for the record, Socks in the Frying Pan are from County Clare. The lineup features brothers Shane and Fiachra on box and fiddle, and Aodhán Coyne on guitar, This set includes The Bird in the Bush.